Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning kappa at 8 on a Wednesday. And I'm here to present the midweek futures traders technical brief. And we are on week 1, May 2026. And there you go. This is the table for products most popular and traded by traders. And when we see overview of what is happening here, generally we get the feeling that sentiment has improved quite a bit. Looking at the sea of green that is being portrayed here on the table. And for most of the US indices, it's been rising, and especially the Nasdaq 100 and the broader S&P 500. We have seen sentiment improving across. The Dow, although on a uptrend, but it's been more on neutral as resistance have played quite a major role in curbing new highs in the recent days. Also, we saw that this sentiment, it's helped the KLCI, the FKLI, and also the Hang Seng and to China to a certain extent. For agriculture, we also have seen quite a major uptrend. Corn, soybean, oil, soybean, and what we don't have here is wheat. Also has been climbing on the back of buyers' interest. Otherwise, we saw metals performing a bit more neutral, and this is more interesting to us because definitely there will be some form of catch up in probably days and weeks ahead. Crude oil is neutral because it's been unable to break through its high, and natural gas, on the other hand, has shown some positive momentum. So all these setups are important for the week ahead. For palm oil, right? So we see that in recent days, there has actually been some buying interest, and we see that also the 4,400 ringgit per ton is the major support. And all this for the run, it's been because the Malaysian government has mandated P15 biodiesel production across 19 of its active plants. And this is going to start June the 1st. And this measure is basically to reduce domestic diesel prices. So as shown on the setup table, FCPO is still on a bullish trend. We have a look at the commitment of traders for US indices to see where traders are thinking and also where they are orientating in terms of their portfolio. Generally, we can summarize that traders are now a bit more risk on. The number of short positions for S&P 500 mini has reduced by 13,000. The S&P micro also has reduced by 6,000, and Nasdaq 100 has reduced by 3,000. And the Nasdaq 100 micro, we see that the smaller players also have actually been showing a risk-on mode, increasing the number of longs by 32,000. Coming to metals, because this is going to be one of the market guide products, we look at gold. Gold basically is flat, as we pointed out in the table, it is neutral currently. Silver, not much change, maybe 1,000 lots. And for copper, it's still a bit on the short side, indicating that traders could be still a bit bearish on copper. Looking at gold has risen, due to the consensus that going forward, the Federal Reserve points towards future easing. the money market and foreign exchange trade tangible peace deal between Iran and the US in order to reintroduce sizable Fed cut pricing, and this has also put pressure on the dollar. So gold is definitely in our radar for some catch up, as it's been one of the lagging products that we cover. So for short-term setup, this is a positive. Currently, gold is trading at 45997. A retracement to 4572 would be our reference price for entry, and this will give us a potential profit price above the 4730, giving us a value of USD 1580. And if this goes wrong, mainly breaking the support, this will be below the 4525, giving us a loss of value 470 US dollar. Turning on to energy, commitment of traders, crude oil, not surprising, we still see that there's still a big build-up of long positions. The product that we are looking at currently will be for natural gas. It's indicating that it is still on the bearish side. But if we look at the chart, technically it's a bit more on the neutral. So US natural gas has been trading lower due to demand forecast for the next 2 weeks, with gas flow to liquefy natural gas export plants expected to drop during the usual spring maintenance season. So, but entering spring, we know that the usage of natural gas would be lower, but for this particular recommendation that we are looking at is more like a reverting to the mean kind of trade. So for this, we would recommend basically a buy, actually, positive, right, for micro natural gas. So pardon me, the short-term setup is actually positive, not negative here. I'll make the changes later on as I post in the group. So we have a reference price for 2.69, and the potential profit price will be above 2.855, and that would give us a potential value of USD 165. And if it goes below the 2.60, which is the current support for micro natural gas, that would give us a loss of USD 90. Before I end my presentation here, I would like to promote, our campaign. And this is the slogan is building a better future through every trade. And so every trade that you trade through RHB, you will earn an entry. And this entry will entitle you to, and if you're the lucky one, you will be entitled to win a Tesla Model Y. And we got supplementary prizes too, the iPhone 17. So jump in the bandwagon and enjoy the trades that you are giving to RHB. Thank you so much. This is all for my presentation. I'll pass on to the next speaker.
Right. Okay, thank you, Vincent. Right, morning everyone. Looking at the Hang Seng index, right? The index are still moving in a sideways fashion, so between 26,600 and this 25,100. This juncture, right, as I mentioned on Monday, right, the likelihood is the Hang Seng is going to be kept in this range bound fashions. This juncture will still keep bearish bias until the Hang Seng managed to break above 26,600 point level. So I think that one of the key factors that market will be looking at in the Hong Kong market will be next Thursday and Friday. Xi Jinping is going to meet with Trump at Beijing, right? And of course, these 2 weeks, Trump have one unfinished business. He need to wrap up the Iran war before he's going to meet Xi Jinping next Thursday. So I think that in these few days, right, market will be paying more attention to what happened in Iran and how that could actually involve their discussions on the next Thursday and Friday, whether Trump is going to bring his Trump card to the Beijing. So looking at this Hang Seng 1 day performance, right? Most of the stock have retreated. Momentum remained slow, right? Apart from there will be two counters that have actually stand out, bucking the trend. Firstly is number one, Chong, right? Have went up by 4% on the back of high volume, right? And secondly is the China Life, which also have a breakout yesterday. So firstly, we look at the CK Hutchinson, number one, right? The bullish Maru Buzu have crossed the 66 Hong Kong dollar. Next level will be 70 and followed by 75. Downside support is 63, right? Secondly, is the China Life 2628, right? The gap up and close above 29. Next level will be 31 and followed by 33. Downside support is 27. Looking at the US market, right? Funds continue to look at the AI related theme, right? The memory counters, Micron, SNDK, right, continue to lead the market and charge higher. And then on chip maker also follow behind the Intel. Qualcomm went up by 10% yesterday. So in terms of the semiconductor equipment maker, right, I also observed that Lam Research have went up by 6% overnight, together with Applied Material. Hence, we'll be looking at today, Wednesday, right? This evening, right? Lam Research, whether as long as they stay above the 270, this breakout point, right? The stocks will continue to move towards 290 and followed by 310 R2. Downside support is at 250. Now, secondly, we'll be looking at the cybersecurity related counter. So on Monday, I've shared with you the FTNT, which tonight, Wednesday, they are going to announce their results. Now, if after the results, the stocks reacted positively, that will actually give more sentiment towards the overall cybersecurity sector. Now, then on Cloudflare is going to have the announcement on their result on coming Friday, right? The shares can likelihood to move higher. So this is a strategy that I've actually shared with you previously, that using the timing of their announcement of their result calendar, right? That you can find, you can actually take the opportunities of this calendar on the whole sector, i.e. the cybersecurity. There will be few more stocks that have yet to announce their results, such as Datadog, CrowdStrike, Palo Alto, right? So there will be a lot of trading opportunities in this week and next week on the cybersecurity sector. Right, so Cloudflare, I have a break above 240, next level will be 260 and followed by 280. Downside support is at 220, right? And so as for the FKRI, just what like we anticipated after the breakout about 1 week ago, right? The FKRI continue to move higher, right? And the boost continue, the technical setup remains bullish so far, heading towards 1760 and followed by 1820. Downside support is at 1690, right? And if you look at the Barnabas report recently, it thinks that the economic remains strong for Malaysia. Malaysia will be the least impact on the Iran war, right? And so likelihood the FKRI will test the 1760 regions in the near future. Now, for the FKRI to move higher, right, blue chip stocks must move in to lead the index higher. So, I think 2 days ago, right, our analysts have upgraded the target price for press metal to above 10 ringgit. So, press metal have break past about 9 ringgit, now heading towards 920 and 950. Right, in terms of the retail investors, I think most people have didn't trade so much on the press matter, I think because of the share price. But just to mention to you that in this juncture, funds are looking for the big cap counters. So you may want to actually look at the big cap, such as press metal, right? Tenaga, right? We have mentioned Tenaga for some time, right? You can see that Tenaga have been moving up steadily, right? At this juncture, it's testing the 1480, right? Breaking past this level, we're moving towards 1530 and followed by 1578, right? And if you think that the share price is too pricey, you can actually look at some of the leverage product that RHP provides to you and talk to our dealers or easier. Now, then on one of the tech stocks that we have actually talking about was Vitrox, right? And Vitrox have just printed a fresh bullish candlestick 2 days ago, breaking past 5 ringgit and 70 cents. Next level will be 6 ringgit and followed by 640. Downside support is 5 ringgit and 35. Now, of course, today one of the market that we'll be talking about is actually Skychip IPO, right? And that's one of the large IPO, and it actually sucked away some of the liquidity in the market. So the IPO is going to close today 5 p.m. Then after that, I think that funds will be going back into tech stocks again next week. So do pay attention to the tech stocks since the um, team is in play right now. Now, apart from this, right, yesterday, right, our analysts Max have met up with YTL, and the based on these discussions, he have shows that the counter is quite positive in their development. YTL will continue to focus on the data center. And looking at a technical reading, right, next R1 will be 2 ringgit and 20 cents and followed by 2 ringgit and 40 cents. Downside support is 2 ringgit and followed by 1 ringgit and 84 cents. As for the trading stocks this morning, firstly, we have the one of the blue chip, CIMB, have a break past 7 ringgit 85 cents. Next level will be 820 and followed by 8 ringgit and 55. Downside support is 7 ringgit and 50 cents. Now, another tech stocks, Franken have a break past 4 ringgit and 40 cents. Next R1 will be 4 ringgit 60, followed by 4 ringgit 80. Downside support is 4 ringgit and 20 cents. So I'll stop here and pass on to David to talk more about on CMB. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, Joseph. Morning, everyone. This morning we have a note out on CMB. This is with respect to yesterday's announcement, where they announced that the CIMB Thai business is selling off the auto portfolio to Bank of Ayodhya over there. The price to be paid is actually going to be just a very slight premium over the net book value upon completion, as at 2025, end of December 2025, the net book value was about 28 billion Thai baht or 3.4 billion ringgit. Now, this auto portfolio is actually a very small part of CIMB Thai's total loans. Less than it's about 13% of CIMB Thai's total loans and less than 1% of group loans. But it made up about 70% of CIMB Thai's provisions, and it was actually loss-making. So post-disposal, which is expected to be completed in the fourth quarter of this year, CIMB Thai will have more sharpened focus on two businesses, i.e. the wholesale business as well as consumer, which is mainly mortgages. The deal also will free up capital, and that can be used to pare down the more expensive deposits, redeployed for growth, and also to return to the group. Now, this the impact from this to CIMB Thai is that there will be a one-off transformation cost of 1.6 billion Thai baht or 194 million ringgit this year. This is going to include closure of branches and staff redundancies. And the sale, overall should lead to improved financial metrics down the road. It should be, you should see lower credit costs, you should see improved cost to income ratio. And all this is expected to improve the CIMB Thai's ROE to 10 to 12% next year, as compared to 4.5% in 2025. The impact to the group, this transformation cost, CIMB said, is already part of the 11 to 11.5% ROE target that they have guided for this year. And also, given that the deal will only be completed in the fourth quarter of this year, this ROE target also takes into account that they'll be consolidating the loss-making business for almost a full year. However, going into 2027, this gives a bit more visibility as to how CIMB intends to achieve the 12 to 13% ROE target. So there'll be some uplift from some of the things that the Thai business is doing. But more importantly, CIMB expects the deal also to release about 11 billion Thai baht or 1.3 billion ringgit at the group level in terms of capital, and that can be used for growth or return to our shareholders. Do note that this 1.3 billion ringgit is actually in addition to the 2 billion ringgit capital return plan to shareholders that was announced last year. So all in, generally, we think the deal is positive for the group as a whole. We continue to maintain our forecast and keep our 9 ringgit target price. CIMB is one of the cheapest, or it is the cheapest big bank, and the dividend yield 6% is actually quite attractive. So maintain buy with a 9 ringgit target price. Okay, I will pass you to my colleague Adam for his piece.
Right, thank you, David. Morning, everyone. So today we have a company update on Gamuda, which yesterday it announced that it received a revised letter of notification from the Energy Commission of Sabah, which is basically to incorporate the floating solar portion for the Upper Padas hydroelectric project in Sabah. So basically, Gamuda will have 2 bites of the cherry. The first bite is where they would be the EPCC contractor for the floating solar portion near the Upper Padas hydro dam. And the expected EPCC cost is around 500 million ringgit, with Gamuda likely having a 75% share. But however, we can't really say that the order book has already been included in Gamuda's group order book, because this formal award for this EPCC works for the floating solar plant may likely take place around 2029, as the real works for the floating solar plant may only commence when the Upper Padas hydroelectric dam is at its tail end of its construction, which is around 2029 and 2030. And the second bite of the cherry would be when Gamuda, at the developer level, where it has a 45% share, is enabled to get a 45% cut from the expected 450 million revenue from the combined operations of the Upper Padas hydroelectric dam and also the floating solar plant. So the floating solar plant will have a tenure of about 25 years, while the hydro dam would be about 40 years of tenure. So all in, no changes to our earnings estimates, given that earnings were expected to come in the next 3 or 4 years. So maintain buy with an unchanged target price of 6 ringgit and 1 cent. We continue to like the stock, given its very strong focus on the renewable energy side of things. So thank you, everyone, for dialing into this today's call. This morning Kappa 8. We will see you tomorrow at the same time and same place. Have a good trading day ahead. Bye-bye and take care.